Morning, welcome back to another week, and a bit nicer weather for the start of this week, but it is forecast to get cold, so we'll just see how that goes. Just feeding up, giving these two some straw to lie on, so it's a bit comfy. They're helping. All these lot are happy. They've just been freshly fed up. Now these are the cows which live on the farm, they're not ours. We don't feed them neither, so another farmer feeds them. They're looking exceptionally happy, all with their fresh, nice new food. And at the same time, these two are looking a bit happy. Just giving them a bit of hay there as a breakfast treat, and they've got new straw underneath. I've given them a bit of a scrape out to try and get the worst of the muck up, but I'm trying not to be in with them too much because they've got long pointy horns and they know exactly where the ends are. And as I'm on my own, I've got to be really careful because the second you turn your back, you might get done in by them. They don't do it intentionally, they're just a bit daft. So, but they seem happy enough with their hay there. That's going to keep them happy for a while. They've got a salt lick as well. So they've just had the feet trimmed a couple of weeks back. If it dries up and gets a bit chillier, they'll probably go back outside, which would be really nice for them. But we just need it to be a bit drier first because the field's a bit like a quagmire. First time that I've worked down here, the field's actually got a big puddle in it as well. So that's just how wet it has been the other day, the last couple of weeks. I checked on the rain gauge the other day and it was full again to overflowing, and that was after like 3 days worth of rain. So yeah, it's not been the best of weathers, let's put it that way, but it is meant to drop colder this week, so we'll see. As I was just saying, we'll see what happens with that. I don't know how much colder, I don't know if we're expecting frosts or what, but nice woolly coat like that, that'd keep you warm, wouldn't it? Right, off to do something else. Good morning, how are you doing? Sorry. Good morning, how are you doing? Wednesday morning, and I just thought I'd come for a quick check down in the polytunnel. I'm going to be heading out to do some grass cutting. We currently have 11.6 degrees up on this. It says it's got down to 0.8, but I think that was a little while since. It is supposed to be getting colder, but at the moment we're not actually colder. It is 11 degrees outside of the polytunnel as well, so obviously this is just the outside temperature's gone up, but this is where it was during the day. I'll have a check on the app and see what the temperatures were. As for stuff growing in here, we seem to have a nice patch of grass growing in the corner, so I need to get that sorted. But everything's looking okay. Look at that kale, that's growing fantastic. Now this is at the moment just fueling our kitchen, which is great because when my darling wife wants to have a salad for lunch, I can come down in here and I can just pick the bits of salad we need here and then just put a few extra bits in. As pea shoots are still doing well. Hang on, let me get my hand in a better position there. So these ones will be the next to be harvested. These ones are coming on. You can just see they're starting to grow there. These are ones which have already been harvested, but I'm keeping them watered and they're going to flush with a partial second crop. Spinach is looking okay. A little late in the season for it, but we'll just see how it goes. Spring onions are doing all right. The other tray of spring onions did get planted in between them over there. This is the radicchio, which is doing really good. Them three there, them three chairs. And then we have, this is pak choy, and this is cauliflower. Which is nice to see that they've all come up now, and as we're still getting temperatures, well, it's climbing now as the temperature is up to 11.7 now. So as the temperature's going up in here, you know, it's still keeping things going, which is absolutely fantastic. I am hoping to plant these out down at the field, or at least some of them. I'll maybe plant some in here and some down at the field, and just maybe have a bit of a clear out of stuff which has been savaged by the caterpillars, but hopefully getting towards the end of the caterpillars. Still a couple of chilies left on these. I'll get these picked and used for something. And now all those canes are in here because the tomatoes are out of the porch. We've got rid of the plants, we've took the last off there, a couple of green tomatoes which we'll use to try and make a chutney or something like that. So they're all sat in the freezer ready to go. I did plant some stuff outside here, but seemingly, well, I think the cats have utilised it, and then the dogs dug in it. So I had put a couple of rows of stuff. There's a few bits of lettuce there, But yeah, that's kind of been decimated. And then the next bed, I sprinkled a cover crop on. So this is the cover crop that's coming up here. So that's just as a green manure. So it'd be interesting to see. A strawberry bed. It's looking pretty spectacular there, to be honest. So yeah, other than that, not an awful lot going on. Still waiting for this weather to kind of like cool off and do whatever it said it was going to do. You know, I think the tabloids, as standard, have been like, oh, it's going to be cataclysmic weather for 3 months. It's like, yeah, that's called winter. So we'll see. To be honest, if anything, the weather's actually been better this last couple of weeks than it has been has been for a while. So, you know, we've had some absolute horrendous weather, and it's now looking a little bit nicer. So I'll catch up with you later. See you in a bit. Good afternoon, Wednesday, and I'm having a bit of a play. Tell I'm on the tractor, and we've got the little plough on the back. It's kind of doing the job. It's just taking a little bit of getting sorted. The ridge that I've just ploughed that way, I was fighting with that line of radishes, so that's been it's a bit of a mess. It's not as neat a plough as obviously the big ones on the big tractor. I think I need to do some faffing with some check chains, but it's kind of doing what it's supposed to do. Now this is a reversible plough, so this handle here, if you pull that, you reverse it to the other side. I'll try and get a video at the other end, but it's pretty hard to do. Obviously it's been sat for a long time, but this is just turning over these rows that have got nothing in here, just to allow the ground to rest, and just stop any weed seeds kind of setting too badly. But it's not going to be a perfectly neat job by any stretch of the means, but it should do. I did try to have a go with the ridger, just to see if that would push it up, but it wasn't working, so no, we've got stuff stuck in it. So we'll give this a go. So it's a case of not gonna happen. And neutral, no, I was in first. Good job I didn't get off there and I was in gear. Right, so the idea is you pull this, it lifts that pin up, switches it over, then momentum takes it down, but I think I'm parked a bit the wrong way, so let's pull that. This is really hard with the camera on you as well. Need to find somewhere to put you. Kind of stay there. There we go. Now pointing the other way. So the advantage of a reversible plough, a bit warm now, is you can start at one side of the field and work across. So as I say, it's not the neatest, definitely done neater ploughing, but start at this side, work that way. A conventional plough, which looks like, it's really handy that the big ploughs are parked just here. So obviously that's the ridger, which you will have seen before. So these ploughs, both of these two here are conventional ploughs. I'll show you the green one because it's a bit easier to see. So they're not neglected, we do use this. This is just what's grown up over the last couple of months since I parked it here. It was parked on flat ground. The blades have been greased as well, so that'll just clean off straight away. But if you look, all the blades are on that one side. Obviously, here's the linkage, and this is for going on the big tractor as well. So this is a 6 furrow. Yeah, so 6 furrows, which is a lot of pull. You wouldn't have a 6 furrow reversible on the tractor the size of that. You need a lot more bigger tractor. So what you have to do is work in sections, and you just basically work out from a middle, which is called, is that a buy? I really should get this termage right. The only real teaching I've ever had on a plough was on a 4 furrow reversible. So to go to a conventional was a bit different. That's how they do it in the ploughing competitions. a lot neater than what I'm doing. So I don't think you have to worry about me entering in ploughing comps. Yeah, so that's a conventional plough. This is a reversible plough for a very small tractor. Obviously it's only got one furrow on each side. The ridger, you can see there, three ridges, so it makes, well, 3 gullies, so it makes 2 ridges as it goes along. And then that's what we plant on top of. So, whilst I'm up here, the Brussels sprouts are looking good because they're starting, the leaves on the bottom are starting to die off, which means that they're getting a bit of height on them now. And some decent quality sprouts. Ooh, these ones are looking good. So, like, look at them. They're probably not far off ready to harvest, aren't some of them? We've not got a massive amount. Some could do with taking a bit longer, and obviously the vast majority of them need a lot longer. Sorry, I'll turn you around here. Yeah, getting there. Slowly but surely getting there. Well, this is a different position. I'm just hanging out with my, oh, you can't even see them, my Brussels sprouts. Yeah, get that leaf out of the way. Smells absolutely wonderful down here. Little forest of sprouts going on. Plenty more things growing. See you in a bit. So, after a couple of laps, this is getting a little bit easier to do. So, we'll see if it'll play for the camera now. So, with it all the way back. Ta-da! Just like that. That's exactly what it was meant to do first time. So, literally, you just do that at the end of the run and it's sorted. So, I'm going to head back down that way. Getting there. This is probably going to be my last run because I'm now, the outside wheels are getting close to a row of beetroot that's down there. So this will probably be my last run. Just got to love the tractor when it's doing this. Beautiful, beautiful. Good old Massey 35. How are we doing? Back again. So I've just been up here doing the last of the mowing. Hence the mower. And you can see that the weather's changed slightly. So I think I'm just going to sit and see if it passes for a bit before I get out, because I've got to put a strap across the back of the mower to keep it together, and I have to shut that gate. Yeah, not very nice out there now. So what's been going on this week? Just sorting stuff again, much like last week. I did manage to get the plough going yesterday, which is pretty cool. It's not neat by any stretch of measure. Oh, pardon me. It's not neat by any stretch of the imagination, but it has kind of done what I needed it to do. Now, whether I can get a couple of ridges into that and then try and put some of this stuff which I'm growing on in, I don't know. You know, it could be interesting. We'll see what I can do. But that'll be next week before I get close to that. I do have a bench to make for someone as well. So I'm going to have a look at that next week. Also, tomorrow is a gardening day, so it's my bi-weekly trip down to Glen May. So I'll get that done. So I don't think there'll be much there, and you don't need to see me picking veg. So this might be it for this video. There might be something else. We'll see how it goes. As for going forward, like I say, we'll just keep the videos nice and brief. The end of next week, this will probably be gone because it's finished. We've had a load of donations in, and at the time of making this video, the Ramsey Hockey Club have raised £190 so far, which is pretty amazing. That's between, sorry, pressed the wrong button. That's between 5 of us, I think, 4 or 5 of us. So that's really good. Yeah, so impressive. I'm pretty cool on how this has gone. I'm sure my wife is very interested in it disappearing, but we'll go from there. So I'm just going to wait and see if the weather eases off. If not, I'll put the waterproof on, go out and get wet. See you in a bit.